Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to be creating some custom brushes, some really cool custom brushes, and we're going to use them on our artwork to add highlights and shadows to our artworks. Okay. Now these are green custom brushes. These are green brushes, and they kind of are a very trendy and modern way of adding shadows and highlights to our artworks to make our artworks come to life. Okay. So in order to start, I'm going to start with a preset, the common presets here. Yep. And then next thing I will do is kind of make my artboard bigger. Okay. Something like this. And then now I will need to come to my ellipse tool and start creating the brushes. Okay. So right now I'm just going to create one ellipse, one circle, remove the stroke and give it a black fill color. Okay, and then what I'll do is come to my layers panel, create a new layer, and drag it beneath the first one, and then just come and create another circle like this, and then give it the stroke, shift X, give it the stroke, and then this new layer will serve as a guide for my brush. Okay, remember we are creating noise brushes. Okay, so this will kind of serve as a guide, and I'm going to populate the space here with these dots. Okay, and I'm going to have a variety of them. I'm not just going to use one, so I'm going to also duplicate this guy and have some other ones. I'm going to just increase the size of our artboard. Okay, so we can have 4 versions. This. And for this layer now, I'm just going to lock this layer so you can select. And I'm going to start with this guy here. So I'm just going to start by kind of creating this one and then I show you how it works. Okay, so I'm going to select the guy and then hold down Alt and just duplicate. Hold down Alt, duplicate. Hold down Alt, duplicate. Okay, now we can select all of them. Alt and duplicate. We can copy and paste. Copy and paste. Okay. Copy and paste. Okay. Copy and paste. So the image just to complete the whole area. It's this shapes. Okay. So for this first one, we need to have them the same size. So all of them will be the same size. But for the other ones, we might have varying sizes. But for this one, all of them should be the same size. This will get our alt and duplicating. Alt drag, alt drag, alt drag, and duplicating. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how the whole thing works. Okay, so just off this layer and select all of them, and then go to your brush panel. See, it's your brush panel. Then just click on Add New Brush, and we're going to use this scatter brush. Okay, so click OK. And now we have the name here. Let's just use the default name because we're just kind of experimenting. Okay, and then for the colorization method, we just give it tints. And for now, just click OK. And then come to your brush tool, select your brush tool, Just try to paint. Now you see what we then have. Okay, and just select your brush here, and then come and let's try to edit these options, okay? Because we are not just trying to achieve this organized look, we're trying to use it to paint shadows and highlights. So it's not going to be just this clean and organized, okay? So the thing we'll do is make all of them random and just try to play around, okay? While the preview, of course, is on, just try to play around. We reduce the size, this is what we have. We're going to keep the size like this and the spacing. Just going to play around to see what we can achieve. Okay, how for the scatter, we're going to play around to see what we can achieve. Okay, then for rotation. So I think we can work with this. So we can just click OK and apply strokes. And now when we come to our brush tool and try to paint, we can see that our changes that we made have been affected. Okay, so this is just how we use them. And then let me just take time to show you how we will apply them to our drawing or our shape, right? Maybe we have a shape like this, and then we have it colored purple. Okay, yeah, purple. And then maybe we have no stroke on it, right? Now the way we're going to do this is we need to paint inside the shape, and Illustrator gives us the ability to do that. We see these three options here. This one allows us to draw normally. So with this selected, whatever we're going to draw is going to be outside the shape, which is the normal way of drawing. But with this guy selected, okay, we're going to be able to draw behind the shape. So it means when we come, okay, sorry, when, for example, we come and select this guy here, try to change the color maybe, and draw, we'll be drawing behind this shape, okay? Behind these shapes. Behind and behind and behind. And then while for the last one, which is draw inside, when you select your shape and you click on draw inside, you're going to see this kind of guide, okay? And this shows you that you can now draw inside your shape. So you just select what you want to draw, change the color, and then just draw. Now we can see that we are now drawing inside our shape, not outside our shape. Okay, so this is what we're going to use to kind of add these shadows and highlights with our custom brushes. So you'll select your brush, and actually, before we select our brush, we'll need to have shades of this color, right? We need to have the dark shade, we need to have the bright shade. Okay, so we need to have some dark shades and some bright shades. So let's duplicate the guy. Okay. And then let's just duplicate a third one. So for this one, come here, hold down shift and click, and then hold down shift and try to either brighten or darken our color. Remember how you did it the last time? Just darken your color. Then we can even darken it more. If this method is not working, we can just come here and just try to do it manually. Okay? So yeah, we have this dark shade. Let's try to have a bright shade. Let's come here and brighten up the color. Okay? Maybe we could even have a brighter shade, brighter than this one. Then maybe we should have one other shade which is not as dark as this one, right? Just brighten it up a bit. Great. Right now, when we select our pins tool and then select our eyedropper tool and kind of sample this color, now we can draw inside our shape. Okay? You don't draw inside our shape. I don't know why not seeing the option to draw inside. Yeah. So right now, when we select our shape, we see these two options here, and we see this clip group. Okay. Now what happened is when we tried painting inside the other time, our Adobe Illustrator turned our shape into a clipping mask. Okay. That's why we were able to draw inside the shape. That's why we were able to draw inside the shape. So in order to kind of continue or kind of do paint inside right now, we won't be able to just take the paintbrush tool and paint inside, because when we select it right now, we see that this option is down grayed out. So the best thing to do is right click and then release clipping mask. So when we release clipping mask, we then see that it's no longer a clipping group or a clip group. It's now a normal ellipse. And this our option is now back. And so what you need to do is kind of paint inside, okay? As far as you see these dotted lines around the shape, it means you can now paint inside. So I'm going to select the paintbrush first of all. I'm going to select this and I sample this color, then select the paintbrush tool. Just try to start painting inside. Now you can see that we are now painting inside our shape. Okay. Then eyedropper tool, just kind of choose this guy. Okay, so we can add a bit more light to our dark shade. Okay, maybe now take this guy. Okay, then just take the brush tool. Let's try to create the shade this, and then finally maybe this one. Then brush tool recruit. So this might not be perfect, but you get the point. You get the idea of using our paint brush or custom brushes to add kind of noise to our drawings. Okay, so what we are going to do next, we are going to take our time to create 3 more variations of our custom brush here, and we're going to use these brushes to add texture, light, and shadows to our artworks. Okay, and I'm going to use 2 artworks which we created from the beginner course. I'm going to make them available in the projects folder so you can download them. Okay, so you can all work along. What I would then do now is just delete this one here. Since we are done, you know, get the point, and I'm going to unback our guides here. Just try to continue of creating these brushes. Now maybe just keep duplicating. I want to add more here. Okay. So of course I'm just selecting and holding down Alt and dragging. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So I think I'm okay with this one here. The next one will be similar to this one, but you will have we'll have them not this plenty, okay? Not this plenty and not close to each other like this. You just have them far away from each other. So we're just going to delete some of them here. So I'm selecting randomly and hitting delete to delete them. So I can just delete a large chunk of them and just try to kind of spread them out like this. See? We want often spread them out. See? So I think this should do for this other brush. Then for the next one, I'm just going to select everything here, hold down Alt and drag them here. So for these ones, I'm going to make some of them bigger. Okay, make some of them bigger. Okay. To be of varying sizes. Some of them bigger, some of them even smaller than what we have already. Just select randomly, kind of make smaller. Okay. So we're going to just take our time to do this. Okay, and I'm just going to take my time to do this, and I will come back after I'm done and satisfied with all the others. Okay, that's with this one and this one. So I'm just going to fast forward the video to when I'm done, so we don't make the video unnecessarily long. So guys, I've been able to complete my brushes. Uh, I'm just going to zoom in so you see what I have done. Okay. And so you can just pause the video and try to replicate what we have here. Okay. So you can follow along. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import or open our projects. That's the ones we're going to use. So just come to File and come to Open. Come to the folder, the project folder. That's brushes and textures. And you're going to see add grain 01 and adding grain 02. Okay, so just select the both of them and open. Okay, so these are the projects we are going to add green through. Okay, now first thing we'll do is I think we should reduce the sizes a bit because the will affect the size of the brush, and I actually want us to be able to work with tiny particles. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to import these projects into our new projects, right? So just come and import them. So I'm just copying them and pasting here, and then we're going to create um new artboards for them. So I'm just going to close these guys now. So I'm not adding the shadows in these original files, so you can be able to access them as they are and import them here and do the work, okay? So you can access the files just as they are. And next thing I'm going to do is kind of create artboards. So select the artboard to just draw out one of your random size. Again, let's just duplicate this one. You can see that we've duplicated some of the objects touching the first artboard. So I'm going to delete them. Then I'm going to kind of arrange our objects properly on our artboard. Perfect. Now for these ones, I really want to reduce the sizes of these brushes. We want to reduce them because they will be used on these artworks. And as you can see, these artworks are of very small sizes. So we need to reduce the size of the brush or the brushes. So just reduce the size. Okay. Good. I'm just going to increase integer. Okay, good. And one other thing you have to understand that reducing the sizes will also help performance because using large brush sizes will slow down the computer. Now we have our brushes. I'm just going to create them right now. And there's one other thing that you can add to your brushes to make them really look good. Okay, you can add more variations by adding an effect. You just come to effect and then distort and transform and add in the roughen effect. So when you add the roughen effect, you then see that you now have them not just round, okay, but you have them in different shapes. Okay, so the shapes are not just regular round shapes. Shapes are now kind of squared and zigzagged or kind of roughened. So that's one thing you can do. And I'm actually tempted to do that. So let's just do that, I guess. So I'm just going to increase the size and it's maybe 1%. I want the effect to be very subtle. Okay. Then let's use smooth and see what we have. He smooth kind of smoothens the the whole thing. So maybe with smooth we can now kind of increase our size and it won't look bad. Alright. So let me just okay and see what we now have. So yeah, this is what we now have. They are not regular ellipses or circles anymore. They have been given these roughen effects. Okay, and you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing for the remaining. So come to effects and we can just apply the last effect here. Okay, so instead of going to distort and transform and then roughen again, you can just come and apply it and it's going to just apply the same settings we have here. You can do that for these guys too, and then for these guys too. Perfect. And the next thing we'll do is we'll just expand them, objects, expand appearance, select them, objects, expand appearance, select, objects, expand appearance, okay, objects, expand appearance. And then now it's time to create our brushes. So just maybe reduce them a bit more, okay? And yeah, we do with this. So the next thing we need to do is select our brush or our shapes here and drag them here. Remember there are two ways to do this. You can either drag them or you can just come and click the new brush icon here or button here. Alright, so we choose the scatter brush and okay. We have noise, listening noise 1. Okay. Okay. Then let's quickly edit the brush. So this is our brush. Just double click on it. Just come make all these random, right? Just like we did before. And try to change settings to achieve newer looks. So let's come to colorization and put tints and select tints and just apply. And let's try our brush now and see what we can come up with. Okay, so this is what we have, our new brush. And I kind of like what we have. So select everything and delete. Now you're done with the first brush. I'm just going to select them, group them, and have it kept at one side. And I'm going to make this file available so you can also look at them for yourself or see them for yourself, right? That's the brushes I have used. So next thing we'll do is select these guys, click on create and scatter. Let's make this noise 2 and okay. Then select our brush tool. Let's try to paint randomly. Then double click on your brush. Then random, 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 random. And for this guy, tints. Okay, and then let's just play with random settings. So there is no specific way of doing this. Just keep playing with the settings till you achieve what you think is right. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to use what we have here. You're going to use what we have here. See, this, uh, yeah. This piecing will do the trick. Okay, guys, I'll just go with what we have here. Okay, so I'll go with what we have here and then click OK and apply strokes. And yeah, and yeah, we now have our brush. Now you print what we get. And you select everything, delete, delete, just drag to the left hand side like this. Now the next guy is this one. So select them and then scatter brush. The name will be noise she, right? Good. Then okay. And just come to your brush tool. So double click here and then let's of course make them random. Okay. And yeah, I am okay with this one. So delete and just drag everything here and I'm just going to group them. Okay, I'm going to group this group. Yeah. Cheat all the groups to one side. And finally we have this one. So select everything and click and scatter brushes. Then noise for and okay. Use our brush to paint. It's what we have. Double click and just change everything to random. Done. Let's play with our settings to see what we can come up with. And red thought should be tints like always and okay. And we can now group this guy, Ctrl G, and bring it to this side. Select everything and delete. Now we can start painting on our drawings, right? Just delete this artboard because it's not useful right now. Delete it. Let's start painting on our drawings. So for this, okay, let's start with this one. So let's ungroup them. Then select this guy. Then you're just going to paint inside, right? So paint inside. And then let's use this one, this brush. And then need a stroke. Let's give it a darker tint and see. Now, this is what we are achieving. Just try to choose another brush. Let me choose this guy, this canty one. Let's change the tint again. Make it brighter. Let's make it very closer to the main color. So the eyedropper to choose the main color. Let's make it very closer to the main color. Okay? We're going to make it brighter a bit. Let's eyedropper 2. Okay, and then let's choose the eyedropper 2 again. So we can make darker tints this time. See, darker tints. And then maybe I'll choose a different brush this time. Choose the sky. Yeah. Maybe choose. Okay, so this is the first brush we created. So we are not using it. We're using these other ones, these new ones. You see the size of that brush is very big. So as you can see, we have given our shape here some shadows, some midtones, and some highlights, and we can keep going on and on and on and on. Okay, all you need to do is just select our eyedropper to sample the color, make it darker or brighter, and then we paint. Yeah, we're just going to look, I'm going to choose this method of making my colors brighter. Try doing this. So I'm okay with what we have here. And with this, we are done with our first shape. And now we can move to the next one. Yeah, so now we can move to the next shape. And the next shape will be this shape. To select the shape, click on paint inside. I'll draw inside. Select your eyedropper to sample the color. Let's make it darker. And let's use our paints to start painting. So I'm painting the wrong direction. I'm just going to make uh, the shadows here at this point. Okay. Really, we can just use one brush to do the whole thing, but having multiple brushes will make the whole thing interesting. That's why I'm using multiple brushes. So for this one, we're just going to make the tints a bit darker, make the color a bit darker. And yeah. Gee, and then I think I have an idea. Maybe I'll just saturate the whole thing with the mid-tone so that I now have this color as the highlights. Okay. I now have this main color as the highlights. And just geez. Let's see this guy. So what I need to do now is just to sample this color and then paint. See? Perfect. Yeah, I like what we have so far. Okay, the next shape we'll be handling is this shape. This shape, the next shape we'll be handling. Uh, so try, yeah. So this is the shape we'll be handling. So select the shape and then draw inside and sample the color, which is darker. Use your brush to paint. Choose this brush, make your color darker, and then just fix this shadows here. I feel like using a different brush, like it's just yeah, I'm just use this one. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did here. Right now, I'm just going to populate this piece with the tone, and then I'll just use this main color as a highlight. Perfect. Then sample this one. This is as the highlights. Good guys, I like what we have so far. And now we are left with these 4 shapes or 5 shapes. So I'm going to use this one. Now I'm going to use mic right here. I'm going to use this one now. So come sample your color, make it darker, really darker. And B for brush. Then let's paint. So most at times to achieve effects like this, designers tend to download brushes. We prefer to download brushes, and that's another way of doing that. But I feel a simple way is just to create yours. Why didn't you just create yours? Yeah, you can see that even the ones we created are really good. You will easily compete with some of the ones you have out there for sale. Okay? That's the importance of creating your own brushes. Perfect. I like what we have here. Let's move to the next shape. Now this will be the next shape. Select the guy and paint inside. Let's just make the color darker. Let's make it brighter. Let's make it brighter and paint uh, at this side. So let's paint here. Okay. Let's make a darker color. Just paint here. So, good. You've done this shit. Now the next one, this yellow. Okay. So inside, make our things darker. Settle brush. Let's start painting. Okay. We're just going to paint only shadows for this one. We're just going to use, since they're the same color, I'm going to work with this one now. Like a brush and sorry, I haven't get the darker color. And lastly, we are going to work on this one. So select the shape and paint inside. Then give it darker shade. Select a brush, just paint inside. And I feel like just uh, making a brighter shade and painting here so as to make this color stand out from the red color. Okay? Just going to sample and make it brighter. The brush. Perfect. So far so good. I like what you have able to come up with. And yeah, so this is a level of detailing you can achieve by just creating your own brushes and using them. Okay? Now we have the second one here, and this will be class work. Okay, so I just want you to come and use the brushes we've been able to create and just kind of give highlights and shadows to this bird. Now, I'd love to see what you can come up with. And with this, we've come to the end of this lecture, and I am sure you've learned something new and something interesting. Hope to see you in the next one.